Hello everyone, and welcome to our Board of Directors training. As leaders and fiduciaries of your nonprofit, it is essential to understand financial practices that keep your organization compliant, ethical, and credible. Because you hold the most important financial role, strong financial literacy and acumen are key to fulfilling your responsibilities. In today's training, we will focus on 3 critical financial concepts: key financial roles and responsibilities within a nonprofit and the value of segregation of duties, what a disqualified person is and why it matters, and the concept of intermediate sanctions. As board members, you have 3 fiduciary duties embedded in financial principles. The first one is the duty of loyalty, which means that the board must act within the best interest of the organization. Second is the duty of care, which means that the board will exercise reasonable care when making financial decisions on behalf of the organization. And finally, the duty of obedience, which means the board must act according to the organization's mission. The main financial roles within a nonprofit organization includes the board of directors, the board treasurer, executive director, and chief financial officer. Other key financial roles include the finance and audit committees, finance staff, and director staff who oversee programs and department level budgets. The board of directors holds the most important financial role in the nonprofit. They establish financial policies, review budgets, financial statements, and ensure that the organization's funds are being utilized appropriately. The treasurer is responsible for providing financial oversight, producing monthly financial statements for board review, reviewing and approving the executive director's expense reports, and serves as the chair of the finance committee. The executive director is responsible for managing day-to-day finances, implementing financial policies, and preparing reports for the board. They also work closely with the CFO on budgets and audits. Lastly, the role of the Chief Financial Officer is responsible for overseeing financial operations of the nonprofit, filing the annual Form 990 and annual audit, collaborating with program managers to create annual budgets, and reports to the Executive Director. Next, we will be discussing the importance of segregation of duties. In the nonprofit sector, having strong internal controls set in place is crucial as they help prevent discrepancies and fraudulent activity. Therefore, key financial roles and responsibilities must be segregated. This ensures that no single person has full or majority of oversight when it comes to how financial transactions are being handled. Next, we will be discussing disqualified persons, which are individuals who have substantial influence over the organization's decision-making. This includes board members, chief executive officers, key financial staff, donors, and even the family members of disqualified persons. So why does it matter? It matters because it prevents individuals with significant influence over the organization from making excess benefit transactions, such as unreasonable pay, favorable treatment, or using nonprofits' assets for personal use. It enforces regulations set forth by the IRS, such as intermediate sanctions, and most importantly, it protects the tax-exempt status of the organization. And finally, we will be covering intermediate sanctions. Intermediate sanctions occur because of excess benefit transactions made by disqualified persons. These are transactions where an organization pays more or receives less than fair market value. All excess benefit plus interest must be repaid to the organization. As part of intermediate sanctions, the IRS will issue a penalty in which 25% of tax benefit will be imposed on disqualified persons and potentially an additional 200% excise tax if not corrected in a timely manner. Additionally, a 10% excise tax benefit will be imposed on organizational managers who knowingly approved excess transactions. As we conclude this training, remember that your role as board members, along with strong segregation of duties, awareness of disqualified persons, and compliance with intermediate sanctions is critical to building a robust organizational structure, protecting your nonprofit tax-exempt status, and preserving the trust of the public you serve. Thank you and have a good rest of your day.